Okay, welcome to the 1997 King of Hearts. I'm Christine Frieda, and this is Nicolette Eisenberg.
Okay, hi guys. For whoever doesn't have a program, the order of events are going to be introductions, video, casual wear, pose down, formal wear, intermission, question and answer, video, and then crowding.
Nikki.
Sorry, I just said that fast. Before we actually start the judging, we're going to have all the contestants come down and introduce themselves.
So we need everybody to clear the middle two aisles, so please find a seat. Roll it. All right, we're ready.
Make a shout out to the Guru and Stacy and Maggie. Peace. Bill Stolten, grade 10.
I'm PJ Jones, I'm a junior. I'd just like to say to all the girls, hi. I'm Justin Zimmerman and I'm a freshman.
What's up, y'all? Well, okay, I'm gonna let... Mark Anagal, freshman, the Love Doctor.
Mike Grip, grade 11. What's up, ladies? Chris Dodden, sophomore.
Steve Ross, senior. This is Vincenzo Fiore, grade 11. If you all give me some noise, I'll show you my toys. Mike Barone, grade 10. Yeah. Good, buddy. Good noise.
Ladies, my name's Brent. I'll make all you ladies sweat.
Jim Debbie Jr., grade 11.
Keith Mortimer, grade 10. Like to say, victory party in my house afterwards. Thank you.
Eric Canigallo, freshman. Robbie G, grade 11. What's up? Brian Canigallo, grade 12. Thank you.
first event, which is the casual sportswear. It's basically a free-for-all for all the contestants. And our first contestant will be from grade 12, Mike Trombetta.
We need music.
Music, please.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Mike. Next up is sophomore Billy Stolten. Thanks, Billy. Next up is junior PJ Jones.
Thanks, PJ. Next up is freshman Justin Zimmerman.
Thanks, Justin. Next up is junior Larry Kukan.
Thanks, Larry.
Next up is sophomore Mike
Mike
Debbie.
Debbie.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it,
Thanks,
move
Mike.
it. I like to
Next
move
up
it, move it.
is freshman Mark Canagala.
move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it,
Thanks,
move
Mark.
it. You
Next
like to
contestant is junior Mike Britt.
all over the world. Original man, stop man, pon your case, man. I love how all girls are move them body. And when you move your body, when you move it nice and sweet and sexy. Alright, woman, it's yours. I don't need no original joke.
Thanks, Mike. Next up is sophomore Chris Dolan.
Also known as Thanks, Chris. Next up is senior Brian Canagala.
Thanks, Brian. Next up is junior Vinny Fiore.
Thanks, Vinny. Next up is sophomore Mike Perone.
Oh man, you cute. I don't need no more. Original cute, but you want me man, oh man, you cute. I don't need no more. Original cute, but you want me man.
Thanks, Mike. Next up is freshman Joey Benassi.
Thanks, Joey. Next up, senior Brett Davis.
Thanks, Brett. Next up is junior Jim Debbie. want to introduce our judges. If they stand up when they're called. Senior Julia Sidford. Senior Nicole Merlo. Junior Robin Heller. Junior Amory Grillo. Junior Kaori Harano. Sophomore Amory Calabrese. Sophomore Ellen Finley. Sophomore Heather Cantoric. Freshman Gina Tuturiello. Freshman Kathy Nallen. And freshman Whitney Pafford. And senior Helena Bloom is our head judge. Okay, now we're gonna start our pose down. First up, once again, senior Mike Trombetta.
Thank you, Mike. Our next contestant is sophomore Billy Stolting.
Boom boom, now let me hear you say well. I say boom boom boom, now what you got to say well. Boom boom boom, now let me hear you say well.
Thanks, Billy. Our next contestant is junior PJ Jones.
Boom boom boom, now let me hear you say well.
It's the Autographs, back in the room, ready to rock the world with the wave. So I hope you can stand the vibration, cause we're about to rock the entire nation. Alright?
Thanks, PJ. Next up is freshman Justin Zimmerman.
Thank you, Justin. Next up is junior Larry Kukan.
Girl, your booty is so round, let me look you up and down. Can I
bit more music on. That's the end of the tape.
Move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to
Thanks,
move
Jim.
it.
Next
I
up,
like
Keith
to move it,
Frudenberger.
move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to.
Thanks, Keith. Next up, freshman Eric Canigallo.
Original man, stunt man, pon your case, man. I love how all girls are move them body. And when you move your body, wanna move it nice and sweet and sexy. Alright? Woman, you're cute. I don't need no more. Original cute body. You want me fun, but woman, you're cute. I don't need no more. Original cute
Thanks,
body.
Eric.
You want me fun,
Next
but
up,
woman,
Junior,
physically
Robbie
fit.
G.
Physically fit. Physically. Woman, physically fit. Physically. Woman, you're nice, sweet, fantastic. Bitch, upon the ocean, never be tight. Woman, you're nice, sweet, fantastic. Bitch, upon the ocean, never be tight. Woman, you're nice, sweet, fantastic. Bitch, upon the ocean,
Thanks,
never be
Robbie.
tight.
Last,
Woman, you're nice,
senior
sweet,
Steve Ross.
fantastic. Bitch, upon the ocean, never be tight. Go on. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. Woman, you're cute. I don't need no more. Bitch, you're not cute, but you want me fun, but woman, you're cute. I don't need no more. Bitch, you're not cute, but you want me fun, but I don't know. When you fix up me fun, but don't hold that. When you fix up me fun, but don't do it. Get it? Bitch, you're funny, you're just a bit tight. Woman, I like to move it, move it. I like to move it.
Okay, that concludes the pose down. Next, we're gonna have the formal wear. So we have 5 escorts to do that. They are Orit Abramovici, Gina Pisano, Janine Pilla, Cheryl D'Elia, and Katie Hurlman. I hope I didn't leave anyone out. We're gonna just clean up the stage a little bit. A little more clothes were thrown than we thought was going to be. Oh. Does anyone want any of Mike Britt's brownies? I'll give it to the judges. Okay, just in case you don't know, after the formal wear, we're gonna have the 15-minute intermission. After that, we're gonna narrow it down to 2 people per grade. You're not the judges, but...
During the intermission, the senior class is selling baked goods and like bagels and stuff, so you should support them.
We'll also congratulate the juniors for winning Class Clash.
It was very close, though, between the juniors and the seniors.
Very close.
But the seniors won in the lip sync in first and second lunch, so.
Are they ready?
Also, during intermission, the Spanish Club will be selling drinks, so, buy something.
Support El Club de Español. Okay. I think we're just about ready to start the formal wear.
All right. Our first contestant is senior Mike Trombetta.
Deeper love inside. And I call it a deep love, deep love, deep love. It's the power that gives you the strength to survive.
Thanks, Mike. Our second contestant is sophomore Billy Stone.
Jones. Thanks, PJ. Next up, freshman Justin Zimmerman.
And I wanna thank you for helping me see there's a power that lives deep inside of me, giving the strength to carry on.
Thanks, Justin. Next up, junior Larry Kukan. Thanks, Larry. Next up, sophomore Mike Debbie.
Thanks, Mike. Next up, freshman Mark Gallo.
Thanks, Mark. Next up, junior Mike Britt. Thanks, Mike. Next up, sophomore Chris Dalton.
Thanks, Chris. Next up, senior Ryan Canigallo.
Thanks, Brian. Next up, junior Vinny Fiore.
Take me up yours.
anyone go back there to the contestants, okay? Just stay up at top, get a drink, stay, be good. Thanks. Thanks, Mark. Okay, let's give Mark a hand. Okay, our next contestant is sophomore Chris Dalton. Okay, Chris, how do you feel about being a finalist?
I love it.
Okay. Your first question, where do you think a good place to meet girls is?
I'd have to say, through a friend, you can't lose, if your friend is good personality, they'll be someone you like.
Okay, Chris, your second question is, what do you think the biggest turnoff in a girl is?
Bad attitude. See, if you don't mesh with her very well, it's not going to work out, You're going to be two enemies against each other. She can't be controlling you too much. Come on.
Thanks, Chris.
Nice stuff.
Get your third person.
Okay. Our third person is junior Mike Britt. Okay, Mike, your first question. Where do you think the most romantic place to have a first kiss is?
On the lips.
Okay, Mike, your second question is, what personality trait is most important in a girl?
Her inner beauty. Yeah, inner beauty.
Thanks, Mike. Now, Brett Davis. How you doing, Brett? Okay, your first question. If you had to write a personal ad about yourself, how would you describe yourself?
I describe myself nice, sweet, romantic, and respectful.
Okay, Brett, your second question. What is the best way to ask a girl out?
Best way. Ready? Ready? Here we go. Take her in the 5.0 on the beach, right? We got the moonlight shining on us, right? Right? This is what we do. I asked her to come back to my house. What did she say? She says yes. I bust out some candles. You know what I do with the candles? I light those candles. Then I bust out some Chips Ahoy cookies, right? Here's what I bust out next. Some 2% milk, right? Listen. Then, I dunk those cookies in the milk until they get soggy, right? Eat them till they're nice and mushy, right? Then after I swallow that cookie, I go, baby, we're meant together. Would you like to go out with me? And then I kiss her on the hand, I take her, I stand her up, we start dancing.
Thanks, Brett. Okay, next up is the other freshman finalist, Justin Zimmerman. Okay, Justin, you get the same questions as your competitor, Mark. Your first question, what quality do you think most attracts girls to you?
Well, I guess it's my personality, because I'm just nice and sensitive.
Okay, now for your second question, describe your ideal girlfriend.
That would be my mom, because she's also very nice, and she knows what's best for me.
Thanks, Justin. question. Next is sophomore Keith Frudenberger. Okay, Keith, your first question. Where do you think a good place to meet girls is?
Well, me and my friends enjoy cruising down Route 22, stop by, get something to eat at Hooters. Best food in town? Nice.
Thanks, Keith.
Okay, now your second question. What do you think the biggest turnoff in a girl is?
3 things. Chronic bad breath, BO, hairy armpits.
Thanks, Keith. Okay, now is the second junior, Vinny Fiore. Vinny, your first question. Where do you think the most romantic place to have a first kiss is?
Well, I'd have to say the most romantic place to have the first kiss would have to be on the girl's neck, because I like to give her some chills before I give her thrills.
Okay, now for your second question. What personality trait is most important in a girl?
I'd have to say a girl's mind, because you have to be able to have a conversation with a girl, get to know her, bond with her before you can truly love her. San Dimas High School football rules!
Thanks, Vinny. Last up, senior Steve Ross. Steve, your first question. If you had to write a personal ad about yourself, how would you describe yourself?
Well, that's a good question, Will, but I'd have to say that I describe myself as a kind-hearted, charming, and faithful person. Yet, I would definitely describe myself as an overall true lover and protector that would treat his woman with the utmost dignity and respect, for she's the princess she deserves.
Okay, Steve, your second question. What is the best way to ask a girl out?
Best way to ask a girl out? Well, if I had to ask a girl out, I'd do it in the most beautiful, natural way I could think of. The way I would ask my girl out would be buck naked.
Thanks, Steve. Okay, as the judges tally their final votes on the question and answer segment, we're going to have a short video brought to you by Allison Stiefel.
Well, when I see you, you make me lose all control, like a fire burning deep in my soul, yeah. And when I feel you, it feels like I'm in heaven. It goes on forever like a diamond of gold. And when I hear you calling, it's like heaven. I wait there forever till I'm out of the cold, yeah. And when I hear you calling, I'm in heaven. We'll be there together. No, I won't be alone. Well, when I see you, you make me lose all control, like a fire burning deep in my soul, yeah. And when I feel you, it feels like I'm in heaven. It goes on forever like a diamond of gold. And when I hear you calling, it's like heaven. I wait there forever together till I'm out of the cold, yeah. And when I hear you calling, I'm in heaven, we'll be there together. No, I won't be alone. You got me fired up, fired up. You got me so, you got me fired up, fired up. You got me so, you got me fired up, fired up. You got me so, you got me fired up, fired up. You got me so.
Alright guys, as we finish tallying up, we're going to have a walk of last year's champion, Anthony Clemente. Last year's King of Hearts. Did he really? Where is he? Oh, okay. Crowning the 4 winners of today. Before we close and get all the points totaled, I just want to tell you that the prizes for the winners, for every class winner, Clemente's going to say something first though.
I just want to say that even though he's not here right now, Robbie G will always be the king of my heart. We love you, Robbie.
For first place in every class, you'll get $50 plus a crown, a sash, and a rose. Then we're also going to have the overall point winner, who's going to get an extra $25 gift certificate. So if you can just hold still, maybe Anthony wants to say something else while we finish tallying up the points.
I didn't chip her.
Once upon a time I was
Zimmerman.
And the freshman king of hearts is Mark Canigallo. Okay, sophomore runner-up, Chris Dalton. And the sophomore king of hearts is Keith Frudenberger.
Backwards. Turn it over. You need to turn it over on him.
Junior runner-up, Vinnie Fiore. And the junior king of hearts is Mike Britt.
The senior runner-up is Brett Davis.
And the king of hearts for the seniors is Steve Ross. Okay, I just want you to remember that everyone did a great job, and these winners are based on the whole thing, not just the question and answer.
We also have an overall winner with the most points, and that goes
That's the true king of hearts of the whole show.
The overall winner was Steve Ross. Each contestant that won gets $50 in cash, and the overall winner gets a $25 gift certificate to a music store.
Now we have to have Steve say something.
Steve has to say something, so you have to wait.
As the 1997 King of Hearts, I'd just like to say, in the words of Brett Davis, live life. I love you all.
Thanks for coming.
Guys, also.
Yeah, that ain't class like you just don't care.